Hey everyone, it's Cannan, and it is finally here, the day before the official Western release of Rune Factory 5. And in this video, it's pretty much going to be my own personal pre-release, celebrating the release, talking more about features that I've still not talked about, and just stuff in general that I want to talk about the game. Even stuff from this Nintendo Direct trailer that I'm still noticing things that I've not noticed in the past. Whether it be small things like, hey, you get more than one party member when you go into dungeons. Also talking more about the link attacks as we see here. Even something small is the fact that when you walk around the town, you can actually see the faces of the villagers in the small little mini map, which of course will make them way easier to find if you're looking for them. Also, notice that the map of your farm looks like a dragon. So yes, it's small things like that that I'm really looking forward to in this game. Whether it be the combat system, the story, the characters, it's just a whole mixed bag for me that I cannot wait to get into. And of course, we're also going to talk more about the fact that this will be the first time in the series history that not only do you get heterosexual romance, but you will also get same-sex romance. I know I did a video about this a few months ago when it was announced, but I want to go over it again because I am still truly amazed at the work that Xseed and Marvelous, to an extent, did to make sure that this finally came to the series, because it's been asked about for a long time. So hope you guys enjoy the video. What's up everyone, it's Cannan. Hope you enjoyed the little intro. Now, as it said, this is pretty much me celebrating my own little pre-release. I know there's a few people who have already got the game early. I think it's people who ordered the game through Xseed store. Sadly, me and Jess ordered through Amazon, so we're supposed to get ours on the day of release, so hopefully that happens. Now, depending on what time of day it arrives, we might try and get the first video up on Tuesday. If it shows up early, like at 10 a.m., it's possible. But if it shows up any later than that, like afternoon, you guys sadly will have to wait till Wednesday, because it's going to be a longer episode, because this is my current plan. I want to focus on this game a lot because it's been almost 10 years since the original release of Rune Factory 4. This is a game that a lot of us never thought would come out. So I want to actually beat this game for you guys. So I'll still do things like Fire Emblem on Fridays. And of course, we've got the big announcement for Team Ruby Project coming on the 26th. So yeah, there's still going to be a lot of other things going on for the channel this upcoming week. But I may just stick to Rune Factory 5 for most part of the week. I may even release a video when I usually don't, like during the weekends or something. I don't know. It depends on if Jess is okay with doing any extra videos. But a few things that I do want to talk about. As you can see, this is pretty much the start screen for the game. I've tried to stay off Twitter and all that as far as the Rune Factory hashtag goes, because I'm just worried about how many people have already got the game. Now, truthful, it's been out in Japan for a while, so if I was going to get majorly spoiled, I think I would have already. But yeah, just staying off Twitter for most of the day, the internet in general, really, until I get the game myself. Now, one little fun thing I wanted to go over in this video, because I think this will take the longest, is I think I said in a previous video that I had not even looked up the festivals because I wanted to go in as blind as I could, but I gotta admit, curiosity got the best of me, and so I have looked up the list of festivals, and I want to go over those with you guys. Because I have to say, this is one of the best festival lineups I've seen in one of these games in a long time. I will always say that one of the things that kind of bugged me about Stardew Valley is I didn't think the months had enough festivals to really keep you entertained. This one, and even most recent Story of Seasons games, I just didn't think there was enough there. This one, like in spring alone, you have 6 festivals. And I think it's pretty consistent for the rest of the year. So we're going to start off with spring, because that's technically the beginning of every new year in these games. And the first, which is on spring 1st, is New Year's Day. Now, normally in these kind of games, you do not get to celebrate this festival your first year, because that's usually when the game starts. So this, you moving or something like that gets in the way of you attending this. But it's not much of a festival in that it's a dialogue only festival, meaning you just talk to people and that's pretty much it. Then on spring 6th, you have the Cooking Festival. And usually in your first year, the cooking contest is not really possible for you because, one, you either don't have a kitchen yet, or you don't have any recipes or utensils to make anything. Now, back in the older Harvest Moon games, like Harvest Moon Back to Nature, I used to cheat a little bit. If I didn't have a kitchen yet, or if I hadn't upgraded my house to have a kitchen yet, or if I didn't have enough utensils or enough ingredients, I would usually go to the inn, buy a dish, and then enter it into it, and 9 times out of 10 you would win. They kind of made it to where you can't do that anymore in more recent games, because it's like you go there, you buy a dish, you have to eat it there. It's like they don't believe in takeout anymore. So 9 times out of 10 you probably won't be able to take part in this one. You might just be a bystander for it. But yeah. So then, interestingly, on spring 10th we have the Bean Tossing Festival, which is a contest festival, and I don't know if we're going to be throwing actual beans or if this is like another word for the game cornhole, maybe. I don't know. I've not looked this one up. I just thought that was a very interesting way to name it. And of course, this could be just how it's translated. It might be called something different in the Western version. But yeah, bean tossing, I'm guessing could be either we're tossing really big beans or it's cornhole. It's like bean bags, so we'll have to see about that. But if it is cornhole, that's very interesting. It seems like that game is getting way more popular. I saw it on ESPN the other day, and I was like, since when is cornhole a big sport where people are getting sponsorships and all that to play? Crazy world. Then on spring 15th, we have the Variety Fish Contest, which is a fishing contest. You catch fish, you get judged on it. Spring 19th, we have the Flower Festival. It says it's a dialogue festival, so I don't know if maybe this is just you bring flowers, or is it kind of like the spring festival dance in past games where there will be a dance or something like that? I don't know. And then the end spring, we have the Harvest Festival, which is pretty much you'll bring a vegetable that is grown in spring, probably to be either used in some kind of mass cooking pot, or maybe it is a actual contest to be judged on the quality of the crop. It's usually hard to win it in your first spring, but who knows? There might be ways to get around that. Now, moving over to summer. Summer 1st, we got the beach opening, which of course is when everybody will be in their swimsuits and celebrating the beach being open, because apparently in these games the beach, just nobody uses the beach until summer. So that'll be interesting. That'll probably be where you unlock your bathing suit outfit. Moving on to summer 11th, we have the Buffamoo contest. If you don't know, Buffamoos are monsters that are pretty much the cows of the game. You milk them for milk, which you can make cheese and butter and stuff like that. So yeah, this will probably be, you bring your Buffamoo to this festival, it gets judged probably on its quality of milk and stuff like that, and you can win. Usually in your first year, you won't be able to take part, but it's always a thing to work for that second year. Then summer 15, we have the pet contest. Now this is interesting. If I seem to remember, unlike Story of Seasons, you don't really get a cat or a dog in Rune Factory. So either they've added them into this, or maybe they're monsters that resemble cats and dogs, or it's for animals that are kind of, you know, cute and fluffy, but they don't produce anything like milk, eggs, and stuff like that. So it could be either one. Summer 19th, we have the Firefly Festival, and this will probably pretty much be kind of like in the other Story of Seasons, where like they light firefly lanterns and lift them into the air, or it could be something completely different. This definitely looks like it could probably be one of the more romance-driven festivals where your love interest can take part with you. And then summer 28, we end with, once again, the Harvest Festival. Pretty cut and dry. Bring a summer crop, you'll get judged on it. Then moving on to the fall, we have on fall 3, Smithing and Crafting Contest. I'm guessing this is just a contest that you'll make something and it'll be judged on the quality. Higher your smithing and crafting level, and the better stuff you can make will increase your chances of winning. Then interestingly, on fall 12, Valentine's Day. So this will be very interesting. Like, they've kind of done festivals like this in the past, especially in the Story of Seasons series, where it was kind of like White Day or something like that, where, well, actually White Day is in this game, so it's going to be handled completely differently. So this will be interesting. I'm sure if you want to, you can go on a date with your love interest and all that. So I'm not really sure how it's going to be much different from White Day, because White Day was usually where you gave cookies or sweets to the person you like. So kind of wondering how that's going to go, but very excited that Valentine's Day is finally going to be an actual festival in one of these games. Then you have fall 15, which is the Gluttony contest. Pretty much means an eating contest. I have no idea how you're supposed to be, how you will win this. I guess if you eat the most food by pressing the button fast enough. I don't know. So yeah, it's pretty much an eating contest. Fall 19th, this one I am very curious about, and that is Halloween. I don't think a Story of Seasons game or a Rune Factory game has ever had Halloween in it. It's one of my and Jess's all-time favorite holidays. One of our favorite months on the channel, really, because we do nothing but spooky stuff during the month of October. So this will be interesting. I'm wondering if it says it's a contest, so that tells me maybe a Halloween costume contest. So maybe that's how to unlock another outfit, is whatever you wear on Halloween. So who knows? And then we have on fall 25th, White Day. Now, White Day has been in past games before. And like I said, it's usually just, you know, you give sweets to each other. Though since it's happening on the 25th of fall, I wonder if it'll be treated more like a Thanksgiving in a way, maybe. I'm not sure, because you got Valentine's Day earlier in the season. So it would kind of be like repeating in a way. So I don't know. That'll be interesting. And then, of course, we end on fall 28th with the Harvest Contest. Now, this says contest instead of festival, but I'm wondering if it's probably the same thing. You just bring a fall vegetable or crop, and you'll be judged on it. And then finally, we get to winter. Winter 3rd, we have the Snowman Contest. Speaks for itself. I'm sure maybe either you all by yourself or with someone else will build a snowman, be judged on it. Winter 13th, the Squid Catching Contest. People in Rigbarth must really love their squid. Pretty much just like the fishing contest. You catch squid. Probably the biggest one wins. Winter 25th, Holy Night. This is pretty much Christmas. So yeah, probably get to spend it with your love interest. Again, that's how I unless you spend Christmas by yourself. I don't think they would do that, but yeah, that's pretty much Christmas. Winter 28th, the Harvest Festival. Now, usually you can't grow anything in winter, so I'm wondering what you'll actually bring to that. Unless there's like, unless they made it to where you can grow some things in winter. Because technically, I think you can grow, in real life, I think you can grow potatoes during the winter because they grow under the ground. So maybe potatoes and some other things like that. And then, of course, winter ends with on winter 30th, New Year's Eve, pretty much celebrating the new year. And that, you know, that's very self-explanatory. So yeah, that is the festivals. I'm actually pretty excited for this festival lineup. It seems like they've added quite a bit. We got stuff in there that's usually not been used for, like straight up Valentine's Day and Halloween. I'm actually really excited about those two. So yeah, very happy with the festival lineup. The pet contest has me wondering, because like I said, I don't think ever in Rune Factory you had a cat or a dog like you can have in Story of Seasons. So I'm wondering if they added them, or if this is just going to be other monsters that can be as pets, like a cat or a dog, who don't produce stuff for the farm. So yeah, we'll just have to see. Also, like I said during the trailer part, there was some things that I noticed. Like, I noticed that you can bring more than one person in your party to dungeons. Now, keep in mind, it's been a long time since I've played Rune Factory 4, and I've still not played 4 Special because Jess is playing it 24/7. I think she's really excited for 5, so she's like trying to play as much as she can. And I know in 4 you could take someone with you, but I think you could only take one at a time. In this one, you saw that you can take as much as 3, so that tells me some dungeons are going to get very, very difficult. Some bosses are probably going to be really difficult if you can take up to 3 people with you. So that's interesting. It makes me wonder how much the difficulty is going to go up if you don't take time to level grind and all that and boost up your skills. So that's going to be interesting. Now, please remember, this is a Rune Factory game, and just like any other game like this, you can put off the main story for as long as you want to. If you get to a point in the main quest where it's like, enemies are getting really tough, I need to upgrade some stuff, I need to level up a lot, doesn't matter how much in-game time goes by. You can be in your 5th year and still not have finished the main story. It doesn't penalize you for that. So that's one great thing about these games. You can take your time as much as you want. Another thing that I noticed was the map when you're in the village. Now, even though I've not played the game yet, and even though I've not watched a lot of gameplay, Rigbar seems like it's a pretty good sized town. It looks like it's way bigger than any other town that's been in the series before. And I like that on the mini map, you can see the faces of the characters wandering around town. And if you're looking for a specific character to give a gift to give an item to, because it's part of a side quest or something like that, it makes it way easier to find them. So yeah, very much looking forward to that. Still a little worried about the performance issues of the game, but I'm not going to let it ruin my, just my excitement for it. Because if the game runs a little bad, that can hopefully be fixed. Yeah, I know they still haven't technically fixed the Japanese version, but let's see what happens with the day 1 patch, because I'm sure there'll be one. Moving on, I know I said I'd talk a little bit about link battles, but I mean, there's really not much to say. It's pretty much tag team attacks that get stronger the deeper your relationship is, and they change depending on what kind of weapon you have equipped. So I'm looking forward to that, looking forward to trying out different kinds of weapons. I do know day 1 they're going to release as DLC outfits from past games. It's mostly for the protagonists. Pretty much they're going to release the outfits of every main character and main lead girl from all the Rune Factory games. Rune Factory 1, Rune Factory 2, 3. I don't think Frontier is included because it's the same characters pretty much from Rune Factory 1, Tides of Destiny, and 4. And of course, with the Earthmate edition, you get the outfits of all the marriage candidates for the male and female lead characters. So that'll be interesting. I kind of already thought about maybe putting putting Alice in Forte's outfit because I like the full set of armor look and all that, make you look more like a warrior or whatever. but yeah, looking very forward to that. And I think to buy all the outfits, it's like $7, so it's not very expensive. No word if there's going to be any kind of other major DLC for this game, if there's going to be any expansions or anything like that. I would love for them to add story expansions or add new marriage candidates. We don't know yet. If it goes anything like Story of Seasons, they just might do it, but it's hard to say. This is a more story-focused RPG-like story, so who knows? Who knows? Because for them to add stuff, they'd have to get all the voice talent back together and do all that, and who knows if they'll do it. Plus, if it's new marriage candidates, they have to get all new voice talent for them. But I wouldn't be against it. But as of right now, there's no word. Who knows if Rune Factory 5 will have any DLC? You would think, well, as long as the Japanese version's been out, they might have already said something, but they could be waiting for the Western release. You just never know. Okay, so really all I've got left to talk about before this game finally releases is same-sex marriage. So there's been a lot of people claiming that this is the reason why the game was delayed, even though Xseed and Marvelous both have said that no, that is not the reason. They always planned to delay it because of things that have been going on. And I know I kind of went over this in the video that I did when same-sex marriage was confirmed for the game, but it's still amazing that Xseed, the English developers, or just the English team in general, planned ahead for this. Even when it wasn't concrete that same-sex marriage would be in the game, they went ahead and had the code ready for characters to refer to you by your right pronouns depending on who you play as. They had the voice talent, voice lines like as if female characters were pronouncing their love for Alice, or the male characters pronouncing their love for Ares, or vice versa. They created new anime cutscenes for it, so they've pretty much done it right by making so that no matter how you play the game, you won't miss out on things. And it's very rare for a developer to do that. I am still blown away by this. And like once they got the go ahead, they just had to insert the code into it, I guess. And it's things like that that I wish. And like I said, you can talk about the performance issues. Some people claim the game runs like trash, but I can't down talk the developers enough when they went through all that work to include something like this, which a lot of people feel like should have been in the series as early as Rune Factory 4, because it was really the first proper game to have a male and female protagonist. Tides of Destiny, yes, had a male and female, but like I said in my 15th anniversary video, you couldn't play as Sonya until after the game was pretty much over with. So it's really been talked about since Rune Factory 4. I think before then, a lot of people were just begging for there to be a male or female protagonist. But it's really hard to believe that it's been about 10 years since the release of Rune Factory 4 on the 3DS. This is a game that me and many others never thought would come out. And I'm overwhelmed with excitement. I cannot wait to get this game in my hands. I can't wait to play it for you guys. I can't wait to go over things about it. And if you're wondering who I'm going to marry in my Let's Play, Ludmilla. It's funny. I did a little funny matchmaking thing that they released, and I got her, so it's destiny. I don't know. She's a succubus. What can I say? I am going to romance the other girls though in other playthroughs, and I actually do plan on playing as Ares a little bit and romancing some of the bachelors just to see what kind of characters they are. Because they tell us they give us a little rough bio of the characters, but you really don't get to learn much about them until you're actually playing the game. Now, of course, do I have some that I prefer over others? Yes. Like the first male character that I'll probably marry as Ares is Cecil. And, you know, that's what's great. It's just the variety. There's so many different ways to play this game, so many different people to get close to, so many different stories to see played out. And that's why I think Rune Factory has been so missed. It has so much more to offer than, say, Story of Seasons. And don't get me wrong, I love Story of Seasons. Pioneers of Olive Town was kind of a letdown in some ways. I think the game could have been way better, but I'm just happy Rune Factory's back. At the core of it, I am just glad it's back. And the fact that the director has pretty much already said that there will be future games in the series, it's a great time, because this was a series that I literally thought was dead almost 10 years ago. And to see it come back, to see Rune Factory 4 re-released on the Switch was a miracle even of itself. And now we've got this. It's just, what wild times we do live in. When you think that there is just no chance of something happening, it happens. And I once said a long time ago that there probably never will be another Rune Factory. I wanted to hope the moment that it was confirmed that the whole Rune Factory team was hired by Marvelous, there was hope. But, you know, just year after year after year went by and no news on a Rune Factory 5. And it's just so amazing to see it back. And I cannot wait to enjoy it with you guys. That's going to be all from me today. I'm recording this on Sunday. You guys will see this on Monday. Hopefully I can get something up for you guys on Tuesday, but if not, please be patient. First Let's Play will be on Wednesday. If you guys really enjoy it, I may push Fire Emblem back another week and have another episode up on Friday. Just let me know in the comments of my Let's Plays. Plus, like the videos, guys. That always tells me when a lot of people are enjoying it. Leave me comments. And if you can, please hit the subscribe button. We're 2 away from 520, and we want to hit 1,000. That is our current goal right now, is to hit 1,000 subscribers. So please help us reach there. As always, guys, this is Canaan. Me and Jess love you guys so much. You have no idea. Please take care of yourselves. Stay safe out there. And I will see you in the next one. See ya.